Good afternoon once again. Welcome back to the afternoon section of day 3 of the Faculty Development Program on Intelligent Computing Technologies. We are delighted to continue with another enriching technical section. It is my privilege to introduce our resource person for today's section, Dr. Savyan PV. Dr. Savyan PV is a faculty member from Govt.Engineering College, Palakkad, Sreekrishnapuram, with expertise in data security and intelligent infrastructure. He has extensive academic and research experience in the field of intelligent systems, secure computing, and advanced technologies. Today's section is titled Data Security and Intelligent Infrastructure. On behalf of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, CMAT, I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Savyan PV. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, one and all present in this faculty development program. Today, we are going to discuss secure data security and intelligent infrastructure. This is a topic we are going to discuss. Data security and intelligent infrastructure. So before starting the session, I take this opportunity to convey my best wishes because for Sripati Institute of Management Technology for conducting an FTP in this area of especially information security and the intelligence systems. And let us come into the content. So, secure data. I am audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, secure data and a smarter future. This is a very important and very current topic in today's world. So, if we look into the different systems we are using today, we can see that all the systems we are using are becoming more and more intelligent. If you look into the cloud security or AI-driven intelligence systems or IoT systems, all these are becoming more and more intelligent. Now, we are going to see some of the major topics in this area. First, we will go for introduction, then the era of digital transformation, what is an intelligent infrastructure, and data as a new critical infrastructure, the security challenges, cyber threat. So we have a lot of things actually come under discussion of this one. So if time permits, we will go to all these. Otherwise, we will confine to some of the key topics that we are going to see. If you can see that the expanding attack surface. So data security or secure data is, as we can see, it is very crucial today. So the intelligent infrastructure now we have is actually we know that we are connected to each and every device in this era of IoT and intelligence. So intelligent infrastructure generate unprecedented data volumes. So almost all the devices are now generating data. Whenever we connect to the internet, when we take a photograph, it is generating the data. When we use a large number of IoT devices and scanners, sensor devices, especially sensor-based devices, are also a large number of sensor-based devices also there. So all these contribute to the unprecedented data volume. But the scale introduced this one is very critical, and the traditional perimeter of defense. Now, how we will protect this infrastructure and the data? This is very, very crucial. Now, the traditional system is unable to protect the dynamic and distributed environment. Earlier, we were all storing the data. നമുക്കറിയാപ്പോ എന്താണ് നേരത്തെ പഴയ കാലത്ത് നമ്മൾ ഡാറ്റ എല്ലാം സ്റ്റോർ ചെയ്തിരുന്നത് I hope all are Malayalis, right? In this FDP. Anybody from outside of Kerala is there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll continue in English. So if you see, earlier we were using small simple hard disks on pen drives for storing data, and we were using tab drives and other devices. But the entire scenario has changed. Now we are storing the data in the cloud. So the data is distributed. That's what we can say, that we cannot protect the dynamic and distributed environment with the traditional systems. The traditional system, we were having traditional mechanisms for protecting the data. And if you see another things, that there is 60 billion plus IoT devices are protected. This is the statistics of 2025. Now it is 2026, almost 6 months over. So more than 60 billion IoT devices are there in the potential entry point, and the primary drivers address mismatch and beneficial honest questions. And another one is the cyber crimes that are happening today. The estimated global annual impact is around 10.5 million dollars of cyber crime is costing. That huge amount of amount is costing cyber crimes, because we are losing huge amount of millions of dollars we are losing because of cyber crime. So the clients adjust allocation after viewing worst case scenario and free impact. And another thing is that there is a 38% rise in attacks. So year over year, increased targets, increasing the target of critical infrastructure. If any of our system gets attacked from due to these unsecure data, or because of proper security, the critical infrastructures gets attacked. And if you see this one, this is today's main news of Hindu Daily, that you all will be aware of that, what is happening with the new exam. So see, the government of India has reported to the Supreme Court that the Telegram is becoming part of the dark web. So the Union government on Thursday, this is today's news, the Union government on Thursday submitted before the Delhi High Court that the messaging platform Telegram has evolved into a new dark web, arguing that its architecture and privacy features had made it a preferred tool for cyber criminals, fraud networks, extremists, and terror groups are using this Telegram for their operations. This is what government of India reported to Supreme Court. I think Telegram is the High Court has ordered to block Telegram. Maybe many of us may be using Telegram for. I think it's very common platform. But now you all will be aware that the new NEET server got hacked and the entire NEET questions leaked out. And this is what happened. The government of India in the parliament also, this become a main issue. So you can see the impact. So the attack was to a critical infrastructure. The server of the NEET exam, where they have posted the question paper, that can be considered as a critical infrastructure. Around 10 students were suicided because of this NEET exam question paper leak, and the exam government is planning to reconduct the NEET exam. So around 10 lives lost. So this is the scenario. So these messaging platforms, if we don't have proper security mechanism to ensure the current technology, its impact will be very severe. And if you see, the government of India has a in Cybercrime Coordination Center, I4C, where you can report cyber crimes and other things. Some other information that I will introduce you at the last. So what they are saying is that the Telegram, as for example, as the today's news, it is the government reported that it is becoming part of the dark web. So what is the dark web all about? So there are three layers of the internet actually. The surface web is that is we can call is the visible web. This is the innermost of. This is the internet most of us actually using. This is the internet most of us inhabit daily. It includes any website which can be indexed by Google. Any website which can be indexed by the Google can be considered as the surface web. And all the surface web we can search by using Google, Bing, or DuckDuckGo. Example, Wikipedia, news sites, public social media. Okay. Wikipedia, news site, public social media profiles, or the blogs, all these comes under the surface web or the visible web. And the interesting scenario is that out of the entire online content, only out of the entire internet content, not online, out of the internet content, only 4%, 5% are comes in the surface web. That's only you can Google search. Then what about the other content? So that is the next layer of the internet is the deep web. So the deep web consists of pages that search engine cannot index. Okay, this is inherently sketchy. It is most just private data protected by password. For example, your Google accounts, Gmail accounts, or your bank accounts. Any data which you can access only through an authorized access comes under the deep web. So now a lot of fraudulent activities are also happening in the deep. Actually, the deep web is one of the mechanism where we protect the data or we secure the data. Okay. So your online banking portal, private email inboxes, cloud storage or Google Drive, Dropbox, academic databases, student records, medical records, all these comes under the deep web, and its size is around 90 to 95% of the internet is comes to deep web. So almost all organizations put their data in the deep web because only authorized people can access the data in the deep web. Then comes the dark web. So the dark web is a small but intentionally hidden subsection of the deep web. It cannot be accessed using standard browsers like Chrome or Safari or Firefox. You cannot access the deep web using the standard browsers, and does not show up on Google also. It's not come in the Google search engine. Also, it will not show. And you cannot access these websites using normal web browsers. It requires specialized softwares to access, the most famous being the Tor or the Onion router. This is one example for deep web. As today's news, you can see the Telegram is also the government report that it's is part of the deep web. Why it is termed as the deep web is because its content is its privacy nature. Its content is in such a fashion that all are unable to access the content. Now we need only specialized tools, and specialized browsers can be used for the deep. And this dark web is where a lot of illegal activities are taking place in the internet. So this is the whole. This is an overall picture of the internet, and we are talking about. This is like we have a road, and this is I am telling an analogy. We have a road, for example, highway. In the same highway, we have bicycles, then lorries, public transports, private transports, and all other vehicles. We are using the same road. Like that one, we have one internet. In this internet, we are doing all the business, all the surface web we are accessing through the internet, all the deep web we are accessing through the internet, all other players are the dark web users are also there. They all are using the same internet. So when we plug to the network, actually we are plugging into a unsecure network. So it's a very challenging that how we will play securely in this internet. So the digital transformation, what is happening in the world now, is reshaping how governments, industries, communities operate by integrated data. Integrating data, connectivity, and intelligence into every aspect of infrastructure. You can see that now. I'm sorry that I have a light cold. This all the systems now the government in our country also every all system has become online. All the government services has become online. All the, for example, our admission to the institutions are online. Our banking is online. Our reservation is railway reservation. If you book any tickets, book any hotels, everything has become online. So we have now the digital transformation. What is happened has reshaped the where we live in this planet. The government, the industries, the communities. Now, what is happening now is it is moving extra. That because of IIT, all our non living items in our home, like our fridge, our TV, our all our gadgets, our watch, all our gadgets are becoming intelligent because of the IoT technology and in the artificial intelligence. All our gadgets are also become connected to the system. So the entire infrastructure has been uh, now we have came to a new platform where everything is heavily interconnected. So what is the major drives of the transformation? What is the major drive of the transformation? Now, what are the major drives in this transformation is that one, state the topic that you are investigating specific research questions that you set out to answer, why the questions is significant, because why this data security and intelligent infrastructure is insignificant. Because see, one is cloud computing. This has a central role in today's world because now all, as I was mentioning at the beginning of today's talk, earlier we were storing all our data in local storages. Now what is happening? Now whenever we use a laptop or whenever we use a desktop or any other devices, uh, it comes with the storage is in the cloud. Now we are using purely depending on cloud storage and cloud computing because we are not using our data in our local machine no more. All our emails, all our drive, your drive is the Google Drive or any other paid services you are using like Dropbox or any other thing. So like that, and the different softwares you may be using, maybe Amazon cloud services, you are like Google Docs or Google Write or Google Sheet. Or now the cloud computing become has one of the central role. So what is the advantage of this one is it's a scalable storage and anywhere access to services because the advantage is we can access from anywhere. So the faster innovation and deployment is the one of the beauty of this cloud computing. So this is one of the major drive behind this transformation. And the second thing is the Internet of Things or the IoT. So billions of connected devices, as we mentioned, now almost all devices are getting connected to the internet. Now you can connect your home to your mobile phone. Your home you can connect to your mobile phone. Your light. This technology has came years before. Years before this technology has already evolved that you can control everything from your home. Okay. Or you can all these you can control from your home. So the thing is that all devices become an intelligent devices, and real-time monitoring and control is possible. Real-time monitoring you can, and smart sensors are generating continuous data. Now the sensors are generating the data. You can deploy sensors in almost everywhere. Like you are fixing camera in your premise, in your office, or in your institution, or in your at your home, like that one. Now we are using sensors we are deploying almost everywhere, so because for intelligent systems, and all these sensors are generating the data. As we can see, some of the students are now doing a lot of projects based on sensors. Like my college students have done some projects like landslide detection using sensors, because sensors can be used to find the moisture content in the water, moisture content in the land, and based on that one they can in landslide prone area, and they can predict. So in all these places, so it is all these generators are generating data. So Internet of Things, IoT, is another major driver for the transformation that is happening in the today's cyber space. And another important thing is the artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, and we all are well aware that how much artificial intelligence and influenced the today's world. So these artificial intelligence tools are using for predictive analytics and intelligence. For decision making, we are using artificial intelligence. For almost everything, we started using artificial intelligence, from teaching learning process to controlling the most sophisticated devices. Nowadays we are using. Now we can in Indian roads very soon the self-driven cars will become. It is already very popular in US, like Tesla, and are very popular. All these are working based on artificial intelligence. That's we can say. We can talk about automated operations and threat detection. So in the next war, the war currently happening, all these peoples are using artificial intelligence, and for different automated operations, unmanned vehicles and flying objects are already there. Okay, so these artificial intelligence, and almost all are now, even household peoples are also familiar with Gemini, Chat GPT, like that one. So artificial intelligence is another important, very important driving force. In the earlier ages, we were talking that computer was the driving force behind everything. Computer was the driving force. Before computers came, we had the core engineering branches like civil, mechanical, and electrical. Then computerization coming to picture. When computerization coming to picture, everything was controlled by a computer program. Everything was like that. Almost all devices become you running based on computer programs. Now again, that shifted to artificial intelligence. That's what happening now. Okay, artificial intelligence. Now everything become intelligent. Every system become intelligent. And another drive for this transition is the high speed connectivity. Now we are already using 5G and 6G networks, and edge computing and ultra low latency communications are also. So there is a revolution happened in the connectivity. There is a revolution happened in the connectivity. So all these are some of the important technology, not all, but some of the important technology, because of the transition happened. So if we look into the evolution of the infrastructure, we can see this one. The traditional infrastructure was the traditional infrastructure like the railway system, the banking system, and civil mechanical industries, civil industries, mechanical industries, all that was. So we had traditional infrastructure. Then what happened is this infrastructure become connected infrastructure. Then what happened is we started connecting the infrastructure. We started connecting one computer to another. When computer networks come into picture, we started connecting one computer networks came into picture. Or, or we were able to connect one device with another devices one, and they both are able to communicate. Okay. So this is the connected infrastructure came into picture. Now it has evolved to intelligent infrastructure. Now all the systems are become intelligent. Now your car is not your old car. It become an intelligent. It's an intelligent system. It is able to detect whether you are sleeping while driving. It is able to drive by itself. And your almost all industries are fully automatic, unmanned. And you can see very recently TCS, Tata Consultancy Services, released their report that they are going to update their recruiting policies because they are using more depending to artificial intelligence for software development, other things also. For many of the things become taken over by the artificial intelligence, but still we need human beings are required, but in a different way. Okay. Because now they have to run their intelligent systems, intelligent infrastructure, and still we cannot complete. Still, it is still we are relying on human being also, because we are building these systems, but the man required for one purpose will not be required no more. They may be required for some other purpose. The basic coding and other codes are already will generated by, for example, computer programs will be generated by the AI. But there will be the role of the developers will change. The role is changing. The role is changing. So there is an evolution happening in this world. So there should be the same evolution which should take place in the building an intelligent infrastructure. When we talk about, there is one of the common misconception is that we all talk is that now the job of software professionals are getting lower. Now we don't need software professionals or the number of developers we require is less. But that is not the real case. The type of job they are going to do is going to change. That's what actually. Still, we need a lot of manpower requirement is there. If we look into these problems itself, how we will build intelligent infrastructure, how we will build our future. So for all these, we need a new manpower, new generation of people who has very good in technology. Is the next new world is depending on them. So the requirement of this one. So this is the, so what I'm telling is we need an shift in the maintaining an intelligent infrastructure, how we will build an intelligent infrastructure. A lot of things are there. So when we talk about the connected devices, as we have mentioned earlier, how we will secure the IoT ecosystem. So we have smart home and smart buildings now, like thermostats, cameras, and access system repair. One of the fundamental security system is encryption systems. Okay, that is information availability, information security. Like this, we have fundamental security systems are there. So we have smart homes with the thermostats, camera, access system, and now all these require encrypted local protocol and firmware integrity checks. No, so we need local protocols and firmwares will be required for the integrity check. So you can see the opportunities that are coming up in the different areas. So we need to currently your IoT system will not be focused on, or it is evolving to become a secure smart. Not like the IoT system which was existed the first generation or second generation. Now these systems has to become secure. So that is the one of the things. Smart home and buildings should be having encrypted local protocol and firmware for integrity check. So there are a lot of challenges in that. When we do encryption in the local, we need better algorithms because the encryption will take time. Okay, so whenever it, for example, whenever a sensor generates a data, if it has to encrypt it at the local station itself, it needs some computation because computation power is required. So we have to evolve a lot. And industrial IoT is another one. So if you see, you can see the manufacturing and utility sensors demand real-time anomaly detection. That's what just I have mentioned now. Now we have to find out the real-time anomaly because an industry is working based on intelligence system. If there is a real-time anomaly, now real-time detection has become very, very, very important. A lot of research is required in this area of real-time anomaly detection. Okay. So manufacturing and utility sensors demand real-time anomaly detection and hardware-rooted trust anchors are required. So because we need a lot of evolved systems in hardware also. Because the hardware level itself, if the system is able to check for the data security, and if then we can say that it's the intelligent infrastructure. Okay. Unlike the conventional system, which the mechanical systems or industrial systems, it should evolve with the real-time anomaly detection and hardware-rooted trust angles. And if you see the urban infrastructure, this is another important IoT. The urban infrastructure, we can see now almost all over Kerala we have unlike other states we have over speed camera systems. We have intelligent cameras are there. So the camera will identify the speed of your vehicle and they will, whether you have weared seat belt or not, whether you have not weared helmet or not. Okay, all these there are now intelligent systems we have installed. So we have for traffic signals we have intelligent systems, and we have smart grids and public safety networks. We need a resilient, low latency security frameworks. So we need a very resilient and low latency security frameworks are required in urban infrastructure. So all these area, lot of opportunities and development is required in all these area. Okay. So this is one of the key shift we need. For example, in the case of smart home buildings and in industrial IoTs and in urban infrastructure, these are some of the key areas where we have to evolve into an intelligent system. And if we look into the cloud security at scale, okay, if we look into the distributed systems, because earlier, again, I am repeating some of the things that when we look into the generation of computer, in the earlier, we were using mainframes. Okay, there were no personal computers. That is, we were using the data in a centralized machine and we have dumb terminals. We were accessing the data from the mainframe or mini computers or mainframe computers or supercomputers. We were using as a centralized machine and we were accessing from the dumb terminals or smart terminals. And later it became individual machine with this personal computers came into picture, and each machine had its own CPU and capable of doing the computation. So that was happened. That was started using for a long period of time. Then we go for networks, and now what is happening is that in the network we had a distributed storage came into picture. After computer networks came into picture, we had distributed. Now again things are in changing in another direction, that we have centralized storage like cloud storage. Okay, so a cloud storage is in one way it's a centralized storage and also it is a distributed system at the same time, because you are connected to a distributed system and we are accessing from that one. Okay, now the challenge here is the cloud adoption accelerates. The cloud adoption accelerates digital transformation, but introduce shared responsibility risk because you are storing your critical data in the cloud. So if there is there is a responsibility of risk is inherent to it, because how much secure is your data which is you are storing in the cloud? Okay. And if there is any misconfiguration or if there is a multi-tenant exposure, organizations must secure data in a transit, at rest, and in use. Because when we use a cloud storage, there are three things. Your data has to your data will be in three different stages. Either it will be in transit mode because you are sending your data from your machine to the remote storage server. That is, the data is in transit. And another one is your data is at rest in the cloud server, for example, in Google Drive or Microsoft, Amazon cloud storage, wherever your data is at rest. So it should be secure there also while transit. How we will make it secure while transit is that we use encryptions. That is one of the thing currently, one of the successful mechanism. But a lot of encryption methods has failed, and new encryptions are evolved. And your data should be secure while it is in use also. This is one of the challenge you have regarding cloud security. So while talking about this one, because almost all our participants are faculty, a lot of research opportunities are there in all these area. Okay, a lot of research opportunities and a lot of job opportunities are also there in almost all this area. If you look into an industrial perspective, and in this cloud security scale, we have to identity and access management. When somebody access the data stored in the cloud, the identity and access management should be secure. IMA policies should be there, and MFA enforcement and role-based access should be there. Role-based access. Who has access to particular thing? Who has access to particular? Is a normal user or is an admin user, or what is the privilege for different users? Role-based access is very important, and the data protection. If you see the data protection, there should be encryption, tokenization, and DLP policies should be there for your data protection. And another one is the threat detection. And the threat detection, we should have SIEM integration, behavioral analytics, or automated responses should be there. So behavioral analytics. If there is any behavioral change in the access to your system, now lot of automated access systems are there, automated mechanisms, or a lot of chatbots are working out of automated systems are now working in the internet. A lot of programs has its own intelligence and it's working. It has more intelligence than a human being is trying to access unauthorized access to a network or server. There are programs which are more intelligent than a human being is doing. So the threat detection and behavioral analysis. What is the behavior of a particular use? For example, I'll tell you some example. Then, if you type your ATM pin only 3 times in an ATM machine, the system identify that there is something behavioral problem is. Normally, the user will not repeatedly type the username. So it will flag that it will block your access for 24 hours or something like that. Same thing in internet also. If you try to log in your internet banking for multiple times, it detects that there is a behavioral issue. Okay. There is a behavior. It consider that it's some illegal behavior, illicit behavior, or the behavior is not accurate, so it will block the system. It's part of the behavioral analytics. It's a threat detection. Okay. Another one is like that when they send the OTP will be last for a few seconds. All these are for protecting the system from behavioral analytics and compliance and governance. And your system, when you have a cloud system, it should be compliant with the standards and frameworks. Okay. And audit rates should be the regular, frameworks will be the continuous monitor will be there. So we should have use encryption everywhere. That is end-to-end. As you can see in WhatsApp, they are using end-to-end encryption and data at rest and AES 256. You can use that when data is at rest. You can use advanced encryption standard 256. can be used. And CSB and SAB, that's cloud access security, brokers for visibility is there, and developer security operations, that is security embedded in CI and CD pipeline. So all these are some of the technologies we have to follow for ensuring cloud security. Okay. Now, if we look into the AI powered, if you look into the AI powered AI powered cloud security, AI powered cyber security. So the traditional signature based defenses cannot be cannot take place with the polymorphic malware. Now, malware are polymorphic in nature. So, polymorphic in the sense its behavior change. It has multiple behaviors. So, traditional signature, if it has a single behavior, we can use it as a signature, and we can say that there is a security issue. There is a security issue because of by finding this access particular signature, we can easily identify. But this will not work with the polymorphic malware. Zero-day exploit is another thing. Zero-day exploit, and the adversarial AI is also the adversarial AI. And machine learning models detect anomaly in milliseconds. Now, we make use of machine learning models which are performing better in detecting the anomalies and predict attack vectors and autonomously respond to threats at machine speed. Now, because of these new AI-based systems and especially machine learning-based models, ML models and intelligent models, these models has to be used, or we should shift it to our infrastructure. Intelligent infrastructure will shift it to the AI-based models or machine learning-based models for predicting the attack vector and autonomously respond to the threat at machine speed. So when we see the anomaly detection, unsupervised learning identifies deviators from normal behavior across millions of events. Unsupervised. Hello? I'm audible? I'm audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So anomaly detection, unsupervised learning identifies deviation from normal behavior. Okay, I will tell you one simple example that how human intelligence works. Now we are seeing a lot of videos in Instagram or in YouTube or whatever platform we are using a lot of videos. But I think you all now very easily your brain is able to identify a video and a normal video. Still, there are a lot of ads coming as AI video. So still our brain is able to identify. Still, though we say we cannot detect AI video and normal video, but still we are able to identify AI videos. Okay, so our brain is able to detect uh, anomalous content. Like that one, we should have unsupervised learning identify. So that how our brain is identifying, it finds the deviation in the video content. Okay, it finds a deviation in the voice pitch, or it finds the voice level of the person he is speaking. It finds the deviations in the body language of the person you see in the video. Your brain is finding the anomalous behavior and say this is an AI video. Or you see a un, un, unfamiliar things your brain is able to identify. So now we can build similar unsupervised learning models, AI models we can build, which can identify normal behavior and anomalous behavior across millions of events. And another one is threat intelligence. Now, natural language processing, NLP models parse. Okay. NLP models parse threat feeds and correlate indicators of compromise in real time. Now we have natural language NLP models are able to parse the threat feed. So now sometimes there will be some threat feeds will happen. Then the NLP model is able to identify the threat feed. For example, you are getting a chat or you are getting a comment, and you should have model to find that it's a indicator of compromise. Your system has got compromised. So if we should have intelligent systems, maybe any infrastructure, as we have mentioned earlier, maybe smart homes or smart buildings or smart industries or any other thing. If there is an anomaly behavior, for example, there is a server data center and some data is getting uploaded in an anomalous way. Okay, some behavioral changes immediately. The data intelligence system which is running in the data center should be able to cut the data transmission by intelligence. If human being is finding the thing and identifying will be too late. Okay, a human being, for example, the data system administrator or the data center administrator may be sometimes will be his action will be too late. Before that one, the entire data will be have stolen or theft. So we need an intelligent systems and AI-based systems. So if there is an improper behavior or anomalous actions are taking place in the server or data center or data storage, then it should immediately cut so that reduce the impact of the damage. Okay. Then we should have automated responses like SOAR. SOAR platform execute contain playbooks without human intervention. So we should have system with systems with this SOAR based system we should have, so that it should be able to 1 second. Okay. Okay, we should have okay. We should have automated responses systems. We should have for a secure AI-powered cyber security and infrastructure. Okay. Now, when we look into the AI-powered architecture for modern intelligent infrastructure, this is a broad architectural picture. Okay. This is a broad architectural picture which shows the overall picture of the modern infrastructure and where different technologies are working. So you can see at the top of this diagram, this is there are the stakeholders and users. You can see at the top. There are citizens, enterprises, government, operators, partners. All these are the stakeholders of the intelligent infrastructure and data security. And if you look into the application layer, what are the different applications where we may have to deploy our intelligent applications and services is a smart city management, smart mobility and transport. Now, smart mobility like that one, you can see now we have, for example, Uber services, and these are some examples for smart mobility, Uber or Ola services we have. Okay, so you can book a vehicle in Uber or Ola. That's an example, or self-driven cars. All these are example for smart mobility and transport. All these places we need intelligent infrastructure, technology, and secure data systems we may have to implement. Another one is smart energy and utilities, smart healthcare, public safety and surveillance, smart campus and education. Now in campus also a lot of issues are coming because of the insecure as you can see in the education sector, that's what at the beginning of today's session we told, the NEET server got compromised. Okay, the NEET server got compromised and question got leaked. And as I mentioned, more than 10, I think around 10 students suicide. Okay, because of these incidents. So, smart campus and education, industry 4.0 and automation and environmental monitoring. These are the application layer where we have to implement our systems. So, as a faculty participants, you can work in lot of areas are there where we can work and do research. Another one is intelligent layer. The intelligent layer. In the intelligent layer, what are the AI intelligent technologies what are the intelligent technologies we can use? What are the intelligent technologies we can use as part of this one? That is AI and ML models, predictive analysis, real-time analysis, automation and orchestration, digital twin and simulation, decision support systems. All these are the different intelligent technologies we can use. Okay, now all these are currently in use, but a lot of research is going on. Okay, AI and ML models are very widely nowadays using very widely. And predictive analytics, like in almost all area, like share trading. Uh, uh, Share trading is one of the example where we use predictive analytics. Whether you want to buy earlier there were experts. Now there are intelligent tools are available. They will suggest whether you want to buy a uh, particular share or not. They can suggest, and real-time analytics automation. So real-time analytics is another important thing. Real-time analytics, because some of the critical systems are real-time in nature. So it should be able to perform the analytics in real time. Okay. In real time, it is important. For example, if somebody is accessing your account online, then it should flag real time. It should flag real time. It should happen. The system should take action in real time. So we need a lot of real time infrastructure intelligence systems. Real time intelligence systems we need, and automation and orchestration is another thing. So these are the areas. Where intelligent layer come into picture. Okay, which we can put into AI or ML, analytics and automation. Now, the next layer in this one is the data layer and data management and platform. Okay, so data ingestion, data lake, data warehouse, stream processing, metadata and catalog, data quality and governance, APIs and data sharing. So these are the different category of data we may have to manage. Okay, so data ingestion, data lake, data warehouse, where we store the data and we will access the data as and when required. And stream processing, a lot of data we are streaming. Now this lecture is also a data which is streaming. Okay, so that is stream processing. Okay, it's streaming through using a particular protocol, and it should be secure. If it is not secure, what will happen is I am streaming one content and you will be receiving another content, or a slight modification will be there. So that's if it is insecure. For this case, it will not be much problem. But if it is a critical system, for example, there is a communication between an aircraft which is flying and it's communicating with the ground station, and they may be also streaming some of the data. They may be sending some data. So if there is any problem in that one, what will happen? So the data stream processing and metadata and catalog is another important area. Metadata is already, we all know, it's data about data, and this also has to be properly managed, and the security of all this data is very crucial. And as we mentioned in the previous slides, that now all this data is stored in the cloud. Okay, so data is a critical infrastructure. Data is a critical infrastructure. If somebody have access to your data, uh, for example, almost all your data is critical. Almost all your data is critical. So if somebody has access to your data, they can misuse your data. Okay. So medical data, personal data, your credit cards data, your passwords, all these are critical. Your login credentials for different accounts, online accounts. You can see, as at the beginning I mentioned about dark web. A lot of passwords are, or of millions of people are available in the dark web, and hackers are getting the accessing the unauthorized accessing the server, and they are putting it in the dark web for sale. This is a common practice. Sometimes that come into news. Okay, and that's why sometimes these network platforms, online platforms, sometimes they will block many of their accounts. And data quality and governance and API and data sharing is also very, which API you are using for data access and data sharing. Okay, so this is the data layer platform. Next is the cloud platform, as mentioned earlier. So the data governance and privacy and compliance is the what we mentioned. Now, then the platform for security and services is cloud platform. We have cloud, AWS, Amazon, Azure, and GCP. And we have edge computing, and we have Microsoft architecture, and we have containers like Dockers and K8s. A lot of container-based systems are now very popular. Okay, like Dockers. So we can put all our software and data, everything, application, everything into a container like Dockers, and API gateways and service mesh and integration middleware. So this is the platform where cloud edge and integration come into picture. This is a platform where cloud edge computing and microservices architecture, Dockers and API gateways and service meshes come into picture. Then the next layer in the intelligent infrastructure is the connecting layer. Okay, connecting layer. As you can see, the new 6G network is more secure than 5G network. 6G network is more secure than, and 5G has a lot of security features than 4G network. So we have different networks like 5G, 4G, and LTE, and we have Wi-Fi and 6E, and we have LoRaWAN and NS-IoT networks are also there, and we have Ethernet and fiber cables are there. We have satellite communication is there. We have SD-WAN and virtual private network. So all these networks we are using. This is the connectivity layer. If these layers also has to become intelligent. So we need a intelligent network. Security is very important. How you network, how uh, securely and how intelligent is your network security. Okay. That's why you can see the new 5G and 6G networks. You can see the features of the new 5G networks or the 6G networks. You can see that they are introducing a lot of intelligent intelligent technology they are introducing. So all you can see all these technology we are using. Okay. Just 1 second. I have to connect to my mobile phone. Its charge is getting low. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. So this is the connectivity layer. This is connectivity layer. This is a connectivity layer or the network security layer. And next layer is the device security and firmware and management. And we are using different type of devices as part of the infrastructure, which includes the sensors, cameras, RFID, actuators, edge devices, IoT gateways, wearables, and drones. All these are the different devices. And so in these devices and its firmware, we need secure devices, secure hardware or secure software. We are required in all of these. Okay, are required in all of these. Okay, in sensor or camera or RFID or any of these devices, wearables, because all these are connected. All these are connected. All these are connected to the entire infrastructure. So these devices, sensors, and IoT endpoints are also crucial part of the intelligent infrastructure. Now the next layer is the physical infrastructure. The physical infrastructure is the buildings, roads and bridges, power grids, water systems, transport systems, industrial facilities, and public facilities. These are also connected to the intelligent systems. These are also now connected. All these devices are connected. A building is connected to the network. Okay, a building is connected to the network. Or the transportation system is connected to the network. The railway system is connected to the network. The industries are connected to the network. The public facilities are connected to the network. Okay, so all the physical infrastructure is also part of the modern intelligent infrastructure. So the overall picture is very broad, and if you look into the right side, you can see the cross-cutting security governance. What are the different security mechanisms currently we can use in this area? Like zero trust architecture is one thing. Identity and access management is another thing. That is when anybody access to the system, their identity and access should be secure and authentic, and more secure systems are required in this area. Then data security and encryption. Data security and encryption, these, because we are storing the data in the cloud, and we are so the data, as we have mentioned earlier, it is in transit state, rust state, and in use state. In any of the state, the data should be data security and encryption should be ensured. And the threat detection and response is SOS, and compliance and regulations should be followed. What are the different compliance and regulations? The audit, monitoring, and logging of the various activities is very crucial, because once an incident happens, the faster we have to mitigate the incident. We need a proper log. Without proper log, we cannot trace out what is the cause of the incident and how fast we can come back to the safe state. So the logging is important. From where the improper access happened, this will be available only in the log. So from seeing the log only, the security person can do, or the security system can do the next action they can. The audit, monitoring, and logging comes together. And business continuity and disaster recovery. Business continuity, because once any incident happens, the system should be continuous. This is what now again we faced in the recent incident, like the NEET. The entire system got collapsed. In one way, we can say the entire system got collapsed. No were able to access the registration. Nothing was possible. So the continuity lost. And this is nowadays common. Sometimes the bank server or the Google for example, very common is the GPay, Google Pay. Sometimes the Google Pay server went down. So we lose the continuity, business continuity. So we here and there we are facing the problems. So how we will mitigate these things and the disaster recovery. Where is if any disaster happens, how we will recover from that. So these are some of the cross-cutting security governance which should be there in practice, and a lot of research opportunities are also there in this area. Okay. Now, I will tell you, discuss with you some of the two research I have done this in this area. As a whether a system is got compromised or not. A system is got, so that is somebody has accessed the system, and see, it is very difficult to even to detect whether in this huge infrastructure we don't know any system is compromised or not. It is like our human body. We don't know any of our internal organ is not working properly, compromised or not, infected or not, until and unless we go to a doctor and doctor say, okay, you have such and such problem. Okay, so doctor, for example, take your blood sample or something, and he will take a scan, and he say you have so and so problem, or you are okay. Okay, there are some procedures are required to identify. So it's very similarly the entire infrastructure. The entire infrastructure, we don't know any system is got compromised. The system will be working as a whole. Whenever it make use of any of the particular part of the system, that time it will make a failure. Okay. So how we will say whether our system is compromised or not? Somebody is accessing the system. So in this direction, this is one of the research I have done, which is a hybrid deep learning model I have used whether a system is compromised or not. Based on the text that is coming in the system, I have examined the text and encoded using the BERT, and many other features of the content I have used is from Twitter. This study was based on the Twitter accounts, and the content of the Twitter was examined, and many other attributes also used, and I've given that into the BERT model. Okay, and the BERT model, it's a BERT and tabular model combined together, and that's why it is called as a fusion. And this model classify whether there is any anomalous behavior. So the system was developed for the architecture achieve a superior accuracy over single modality, because instead of single modality like BERT, I have used BERT, and tabular model has been used in this one to check whether a system is compromised or lost the security or not. So this was this work was towards a healthy ecosystem in the social platform. Okay. And this is another work I have done in this say information security area. This is a UB cadet and system for cybersecurity capability maturity model framework, which provide a structure model for assess and improve organizational security. And in this one, which I have used, this multi-attribute decision making has been used from a large set of parameters and multi-attribute decision making. I was evaluating whether the system has some malicious access is there or not. This is some of the work I have done. So why I mentioned this one is a lot of opportunities are there in this area. A lot of research opportunities are there in this area, both hardware and software. Okay, both hardware and software for building a peaceful future, or peaceful future infrastructure which should be secure and peaceful. So we need such a intelligent. Now, a lot of intelligence systems are coming, so we can take advantage of the intelligent systems, and we can build a more secure, intelligent infrastructure for tomorrow. So, if you look into the responsibility of the academic community as well as the student community, a lot of responsibilities are there, both in job wise as well as in research area. Lot of opportunities are in this area. So because we need a so the important topics we have discussed as part of this discussion is security is infrastructure, zero trust, IoT hardening. The IoT should be hard, and cloud governance and foundation. These things are one of the things we have discussed. A is the new perimeter. This is another thing. A is the new perimeter. ML-driven detection and automated responses are essential against modern threat, because the conventional threat is not sufficient. As we have mentioned earlier, the overspeed was checking with police person standing on the roadside. Nowadays, it is no more possible. The vehicle population is very high. A large number of vehicles are there on the road. So it's manually, it is not possible. We need automated systems. Similarly, in this new world of heavily connected systems, AI is the new perimeter. How intelligently you are using this new technology is very important. How intelligently you are using the artificial AI technology or intelligent technologies is very crucial for ensuring a secure world. So ML-driven detection and automated response are essential against modern threat. And research drives and practices, some of the two works I mentioned, CC, MADM, and hybrid threat model, bridge theory and operational security. These some of the works I have done. And collaboration and innovative. And actually, we need an academic industry partnership is required. Academia industry partnership is required to accelerate the resilient and a smart city or smart infrastructure, smart intelligent infrastructure. We can call this as a smart city, because the whole world become a city now. Okay, the whole world. That's why there is a concept of smart city. It's some different. It's a more focused concept, smart city, because in the smart city, almost all systems are intelligent infrastructure in a smart city. Now, all our systems are becoming in more or less a smart city. Our devices, our equipments, our vehicles, all are getting connected. So this is the collaborative and innovative. This is the key takeaways in this. So you can explore any of this area for further study in this area. And as an end note, I will also introduce you. We have in Government of India, we have Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center is there. They are doing a lot of activity for tackling some. If suppose if some even is the incident happens, if some incident happens, you can report to these www.cybercrime.gov.in. Then their number is 1930. You can report to this number so that they will give you further directions what you can do in this direction. And also, because we all are again faculties, in their portal of National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, there is a provision to you can register as a cyber volunteer. I think these faculties, as well as if you are working in this area, as well as students can do this one, register as a cyber volunteer on National Cybercrime Reporting Portal for any society to feel safe and secure. Citizen support, enhance the efficiency of police effort, cybercrime volunteer program in to bring together citizens having passion to serve the society in making the cyberspace clean and safe. So this is also one of the part of the entire intelligent infrastructure. We are also stakeholders as part of the intelligent infrastructure. Our behavior is also very crucial in an intelligent infrastructure system. Even though we have an intelligent system, for example, we have a almost in the deep web, for example, they have given you password system. You can give username and password. Only your username and password will work. Then only you can access. what we do from our side is we are using simple passwords. We are using simple passwords, and the hackers are very easily able to hack your account. So our role is also very important. Our awareness is also very important for building an intelligent infrastructure, and not purely depending on the technology side. It's also from human side also, and the stakeholders also has a very key role in involving it. So proper awareness given to the society, the student community, and the faculty, all these are very important. So as a provision, students as well as faculty can register as a cyber volunteer. In this one, you can, any citizen of India may register as a cyber volunteer to contribute as a cyber volunteer, register on National Cyber Crime Reporting Portal. Why this is? Because when we talk about the intelligent infrastructure, always incidents are happening. Though we have technology intelligent, as I mentioned, always incidents are happening. Attacks are happening, data theft is happening, data loss is happening, accounts are getting hacked. Okay, devices are getting hacked. People are losing money. A lot of fraudulent activities are happening. Okay, so this is the as a additional end note. I also invite your attention to this. There are a lot of other portals are also there, but this is one of the portal Government of India has launched. You can make use of this one, so that it will be useful. If anybody is working in this area, they can make use of. So that's all. The time was 1.5 hours for our session. Hopefully, I am able to wind up the session on time. So we have discussed an overall picture of intelligent infrastructure and data security in general. So I hope that you all have benefited in this area, in this discussion, and also you can delve into any of this area in future also. That's all. If you have any queries, you can ask. Thank you. One question is there: how can organizations balance the need for data accessibility in intelligent infrastructure with strict security requirements? See, how can organizations balance the need for data accessibility? So for this one, we have a lot of this. For that one, we have this. 1 second, I'll tell you. One second. See, for that one, are you able to hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, how organization, one question came in chat box: how can organizations balance the need for data accessibility? So for this one, I have mentioned about SOAR. What is SOAR? Is basically firewalls, IDS and IPS, SIEM, EDR, email security, threat intelligence platforms. So security, orchestration, automation, and response. This is one of the things. So an SOAR platform is a cybersecurity solution that help security operations center, automate security workflow, orchestrate tools. So you should have, your institution should have an proper orchestration tools and response to the incidents faster. And also you should have proper policies, that what are the information which is accessible to the institution, and what are the information which should be strictly prevented for the institution. So actually, how to implement a security orchestration and automation and response platform in in any organization, with which you can ensure a secure cyber security solution, so that you can ensure it. Okay. This is the simple answer to your question. Any other question?
Sir, we have two questions in the chat box.
Okay. Let me see. What skills should students start learning now if they want to work in data security? See, if students want to work in this area, they should learn first computer networks and computer networks and security. Some courses they have to do. Computer networks course definitely they should do, and network and security, if any course is there that they have to do, and they can also go for some NPTEL courses or NPTEL or MOOC courses, which is focusing on cyber security and data security. This is the primary things, and they can also study this encryption and cryptography. They can study. Students should have fundamental knowledge about the different encryption methodologies and mechanisms that is available. And these are some of the basic courses the students should do. Okay. Once they are able, they have the basic, then a lot of opportunities will open up for them for advanced programs. Also, there are areas like digital forensics. Actually, I was a cyber forensic expert. Actually, I am a cyber forensics expert as well. I have worked with the state police for around 2.5 years. So that's another area. Digital forensics or cyber forensics is another area which I have not touched in this session. In that area also, a lot of opportunities are now coming up. So students should do computer network course, network and security, and cryptography, and network security. These are some of the fundamental courses students should do for this. How do organizations balance automation with human oversight? And again, this is what how do organizations balance automation with human oversight? Human oversight, that your institution network administrator has to ensure minimum policies, for various resources your network should able to access. Your organization has to come up with the policies, access policies, so that, and you have to set proper bandwidth for accessing. If there is if you provide only sufficient bandwidth for particular access, then that also will restrict, because if the bandwidth is high and if they don't have sufficient policy, what will happen is there is more chance that your data will be lost in seconds. So you have to set up proper policies for your institution, especially if you are the network administrator in your institution. You have to discuss with him and formulate the policies which are required for your organization. Okay. Now you can see that now a lot of tools are actually there. A lot of tools and technologies are there. You can also do some fundamental courses. You can train in 1 or 2 staffs in your organization about the fundamental network security configurations. Actually, the network security configuration is another crucial thing. If you don't have proper security configuration, that starts from your password. Start from your password. If your password is weak, everything gone. Because if you have given a weak password, then the hackers are very easily able to access your network. So it starts from your password. So password is common to everyone, but a lot of professional network configuration things are there that you can take any of the course, which there are a lot of courses available as MOOC courses, as well as a lot of security institutions as well. Also, you can follow the website I have shown. The website I shown you is 1 second. This one. You can have a look at the Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center. They have a lot of videos also there, which is useful for common man. A lot of videos are there which is useful for common man, and general person helps us, as well as we people. We are also, as we are working, you can see a lot of videos and contents are available in their site. You can make use of those also for better understanding these things. Okay. So I hope the session was useful. Thank you all for attending the session on data security and intelligent infrastructure. And this is a very current topic, and a lot of opportunities for academia as well as researchers are there in this area. So I'm very happy to share with you these concepts with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for patiently addressing all the questions. We also extend our sincere thanks to all the participants for your active participation and meaningful interaction throughout today's section. With this, we conclude day 3 of the Faculty Development Program on Intelligent Computing Technologies. We look forward to welcoming you all for the next day section. Thank you once again. Have a pleasant evening.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.